Today we are going to discuss with you what is the conversation right now, so to speak, in leave answers to everything at once questions, because questions arise, it takes a long time to respond in the comments, difficult, so to say. We can make eye to eye and went already the first questions. Yes, but everything is already included. Operas and under the spending shame for more questions. By the way, they're interesting, but perhaps be sure to make a note of it, so to speak. We will tell you after the main part of the program. Yes, I will add a max moment that today this stream we will show the statute of their thrills, but so as at all category it's called the envelope right now. Show the state. Tell us why those are cool or why you should not pull well. Let's run through the questions, and at the end we will let's play boxing with cool prices. We don't let's say what inside. It's simple. We'll yes, of course it was Google. Okay, hope I think there are already sent to our chat. Rash, yes, and love everything. Links to the past can be quality. Start telling us the Jews will live as many as 15. I think it's worth getting started. Yes, everyone who wants to look later will not swim anyway. We won't be able to submit their questions, but nothing. I think many questions can repeat, so we have today's first. The main question we will reply you just an envelope right now. We have a screenshot and states and real ones. I think we have prepared the others today. Here are three legs for him to see, perhaps as something crush instantaneously already. It's been a long time since we've been in touch with recent events in the world, so today just three operas give up. Quick review run up to this. Our first year has already shown our times are already high for the guys. Unsurprised, 2 and 3 guys historic. We don't hide anything, but let's start with the Vegas slot on Switzerland. This opera we choose spokes not by chance. This is an offer that young exclusive author has now, because there is some the problem now. Google Play choices because they fly to the bank, let's say, and this is an author which one the fox will eat it. Yav exclusive scent, and the frequency is the same way you can connect back. We will now quickly let's highlight the moment the rate was originally on. I need 130 bucks, but we agreed separately by its arrows, which we have a sufficient number of household items are not given. I'm moving the hospital now. Public one of them is extremely thematic, made under the slot of the book that it will be possible to fill in, or also absolutely free. You can just come and say to off optimization across the reader. To the right there is optimization for the left up to 160 bucks per adept found to the king paid goal as Mender saw here. No breeze line of the most fun. Come on guys, this is the statue that we brought out to catch such. Here are the guys. Really, which one was turned on for here in quite recently to try? They showed her how she was. There is a look in the role. There are they in principle happy that the one who has insufficiency beats really better quality then it is gets 107 bucks. We said we can count on the fact that get drunk, but the most juice I think is a hole and me all the same on every inch we can pay for last week. This claimed back there by blood. Yes, them still can be said, so we'll open and the advertiser on the edge of the unknown, and here we can guarantee you 100% the path that is no cross sections of charge balls, riots and so on. You are not in danger. This is about this particular lake. If you think what kind of person came to this in a covert, I think it's definitely possible to take cases. What else can I say? In principle, offer here in the palm of my dad's hand. We got there you got the approximate statue. Take what there is moving to the second. We just decided to collect 3 questions. Missed you through high under this question. I'm switching. You are already on, of course. Great. World lucky. This is an offer for Germany. It is as if relative everything wet is on the earth. The film and Mr. Beta. This area is fresh. That is it is like this small fresh in the seed can be poured over it right now. They are pouring water on it. Excellent state. Click the recording. Sammy Rec. There go 12 here. I am average villa 5 guys. You see here the statue of several masters for someone primary and rec. Well, I deduced for all here, no guys, but in general, yes, in general, go straight, firmly took, but here is the form of 96 readers, 13 dpfm, and just pulled up the statue. Here is the most up to date, just 15 minutes ago stream, or and something could a little bit change, but just the most relevant. The picture you have, yes, it is a whole. You can get 30 days here, but you can it will be agreed after the start of 220. The girl is clean. 20 pilots' parents. It will be possible to discuss the possibility of reeducation. Vladislav asked to repeat. Vladislav about repeating the name after that there will be interest, but if anything, the first position. This was the essence of Vegas, in my 1011 author. Now we are looking at Lord Husky. Our light is beginning to set on Germany. This is the Tage Fields or quarantine, guys. Tage at the expense of discuss. It has already become darker. The end of the stream on the chipset. The dark about the attention. This is a very big deal that can be done. Very long and hard touch or free hectares that are more voluminous, much longer. We have now decided to show what has the best performance, and it does not matter that YAF is not so voluminous. About why show that the envelope is that what's in the bath is now growing. In any case, does Vegas once have on two was that a person offer, which was, I'm sure it going to be great right now. People will be able to take a citizen can write. Do we have an amigas that is bring you show the statute? We have give the bit much more than there is a public actually, so it is possible with some offers you if you have there are discussing something about Perry coming further, so to speak, business, and on our the cake in our free is this cherry that with a long enough time. It's not stray very watch, guys, but I think many lay down at least as a bad offer. This is me, you slot, great and unique on actually sharp, which envelopes is on you will be better in your time. Probably for now all products have just started. Adapt and stay confident. Won all the Netherlands with a binge now has been restarted for a very long time. Author was not available by itself. We cannot were able to agree on an opera depth in open, but you can write and ask from managers. Well, the manager before that word is still very private, excellent and low with Android. People are sharing tears now, aren't they? Mishka and I showed the envelope to the statute. Yes, we are with the Android. My doctor, who you can feel the volume, you can feel along. All also 100% eject club and their cartoons or chat backup. There is no, well, I don't know. It's not worth and advertising as if he sells himself. There is beautiful ribbon theme that is after registration offer before, but can switch the camera so the guys can see our beautiful faces. It offers after things go directly to the checkout. Do that is he offers to do it right away. Here's according to your best line is out of $20 and percentage of best line and the return 90% of the air ticket huge is roughly speaking about the goal. Slow down, that is the groove on the shoots minder, but there is another fact. Passing dislike usually for padding, there is nothing at all, does not change the author, which can also be dropped, out of which you can get uh, every 7 nether 5 APR on 19 to someone there. I always looked at the minimum here is as recycling services can be. You will have to agree on huskies a little bit. AM. It's hard to get up and sweet, but we brave and concise discusses. Yes, for that we have captured. Now we have captured the trigger. Is obtained Switzerland and triggers Switzerland, Germany, and Netherlands. The good old days probably weren't dance on of the first think we've already done. I was showing power at all, but he just volume went like a shot. Low something. If you saw the guys are still very important now that you can pour highest, but Android bill we will also appear for those who has not yet somehow reached or not knows. We have underground what it like here is which thought which our app that is without the participation of the less through huge bundles offices. He quickly share. He creates a deep ranking, which is the most important thing. It is currently relently to you is notifies you about the emergence of new application, so you can just I won't do you any good to subscribe again one moment, then the answer will appear. It will tell you hello Android. Trick is there we have already given them during this period the last crisis, then they come and it was moved down by us judging by the inside application that have lived of course the most only 3 days probably. Too much volume guys, what is it? Stray overjoyed and the Bay app. They will soon realize us with a new one. It is very voluminous, so as not to skip to be one of the first to see those who get paid. You can subscribe to the board is launched, and it is also important to be able to be there too. Small times links to those who portal, who by the way let's as easily and quite a private mailing list because this is still a small pop channel in the public for our guys who work with Prelamy, who knows that I work with those. We can write something interesting, not often. This is bad. This is what we try to do more often. Comes and details to the word speaking of all. His fairy, she appeared as if in a Moylin. Even if you have Saturday all on the sites, did you find out quick? Yes, let's take a quick walk through our questions. Don't have much of a question. I write that the guy straight starting something described quick. We try to start from the beginning. Arthur want the price of this will be back. There will be a draw for us, so he says, will there be any? You have an offer under the shame of herbs for more on. In fact, there are a lot of offers. There are enough of them, many possible families private, but you will the shame is also pink of three shades. Now the volume of the top three, so it's probably a spin propolis on France and Italy. It flutes their offers as if we know the whole the Ross family. That is, if you know well, fill out of you know quality problems gets to the meeting. What's next? We still have to same set, which wrong they then you say that period and then at least arrange to go out. Tell me. After the answer is we just leave bolts. We can communicate like this. Communicate not to cook any the 1000 text to tell you something. We just want to be there and talk. So here is up Petropavlovsk, but will two lakes. You are there back and on the steering wheel. They were also born an important small number. There are almost all cases of tier 1 or 2 with extremely addicted advertising that will go. You meet the chain in the envelope. You also they can throw their money to your right. It right here, friends tab is what this volume is on. Hello. Reserved information means first hand that stuff more precisely in key in Ukraine. This is to see. We are sorry for this. Of course, we book. We still want go out again just in today. We have big you the story of why that is, and all who are still even in the time of the fast seemed that try to enable VPNs simply and look at the buzz thought, who am I telling? If you can't do it now, let's say okay guys, in general you will be on the shame alive shame neuro and cis life as never can be. This is not exactly Russia at home in a tip of Ukraine. Complete never know on either yet. Thought they tried several times with us, stopped the soulful rose like restored, but there is a shame for Ukraine, and this is very interesting actually. So you are a human bird shaved and under Android stance of they do not have to the be scored on. They are not dirty. Will let us go very soon. The prills are already appearing. I can see their history, and we haven't had a free of them yet. I'm pretty sure there will be very soon. Come back. Let's maybe answer you their milk. Oh, why does everyone focus on Android? start simply more expensive goes behind, but if you look at iOS this way, it's more expensive. He became, but if so open the textbook on rowing, you will be told that gives more readers there that it is true, but not at all. Kafirs need something to consider the brain need. Come and equip it will go well, ma'am. Now we have three options for there. He can perfectly go this in this. I'm straight, not I adopt. It explain that top means tape plant and which is now on ready made. Mostly it is the best. I wouldn't have called it a better career. They asked us on the stream goes to Switzerland. German. Switzerland is pretty. You tried. Ash, yes. What language is general, guys? If have you a protein here, the local tongue you start king in French is German because it was located. You can first either hit on regions of old ladies by language. For example, look at how their I on French is spoken and drink dairy, and because of this may make you price cheaper. Install therapy, or there is an opinion option to specify fibra, while communism is not the dictator in the region's language and us, so children see option number 3. Not the most peaceful thing is to Google and see what percentage the ration they say is usually 90%. If it's a big one, the difference is 83, 73 to 30. You can just see what languages are available, press books and textbooks, because it is usually all literature is allowed in one language. That is a little bit of googling until cooked very quickly to understand, and the most certain option is something I started talking about, the regime itself. The most true region you can open from FAI. It has a target for green countries, but they run ads in books. It doesn't have to be understood. In what languages does it go further than you afraid? There is a fairly accurate action forecast. Then it appears. Android honest every day keep comes every day we have something can lock out because it's currently being moderated. It has become very long. It has become at least 7. At least here she had been there for about 3. Now she teaches these constant stable places on the person of my and your overrail. Stable history is clear, Del, that there's something deal in bundles. How about starting with the Rebbe again? As soon as it came out, there was something will be says from goes on our past Rotebakes show to see vlogs did not have time to fill 20,124 tables. There are a lot of deposits and a lot of registration. If you have a model of the fits to yourself, then there is you can keep up with the faces, then it's already life stable. Let's see why the manager bad promises as telegraph ringed. I clicked there, why so, but actually they replied to Norman the possibility of not we want delays due to the fact that many people are writing trying to find out what better. There are tears and some questions less afraid of loss and time. Now even more so Monday is the time then everything has accumulated over the weekend and have to break therefore the ensues may have a lot of more important no guys about these global one super stories we can hurt you and we see everything in the chat that you write. We're recruiting a team of new guys who with each time all pass it. Training is an ongoing process. They said okay, that's why we'll do everything possible to create a new forces appeared and already cut this one response interval and plus please here there is a certain nuances to communicate. Maybe webmasters can simply write hello and wait for the answer. Yes, that is, you can write hello, you can formulate it right away. That question, for example, somewhere I have experience Phoebe, I have, let's say, their role such account. I have 310 I ready to pour on Italy already. They tell me there we are now. Move in the morning until very soon and until 9 hour. This more 5 minutes say so, but simply can't provide you with a manager which one on one will work with you. Let's go on. Sometimes you have to wait water pour for well. It's probably more of a question Friday. Well, come on. I think we have covered the subject name, the swarm of each of these words. Honestly, sometimes we are weak. We can orient because the economy. If we are not interested in a toxin, there are instead in what we plan to steal the bundle somehow of something else to do. Tage, we are interested in this to make you happy. If he is not happy, he told us that the warmth of our hands may, let's say so, for this reason enough a little bit type thick swarm usually do not say in personage because also again consider all this the patent does not many people do this usually. Watch the profile free maybe 100%. There is 300%, but If you have 5 taxis a day, it's one. Do you have 100 another here? Our coffee. So sometimes do not know stable ruins on Puja is 100% can be 70 on the Principe or 50. Even people who 20 can spot just they are huge. That is, guys, less much time is spent on that to configure each at campaign. The campaign is begin handed and they can do something accidentally, nothing very expensive, but this is already that is the question of the approaching. There is a smoke so that the crime is actually possible organized, but there is not much in it, meaning we have mostly a secure. I will expose you to emotions now, but emotions are not. It is mandatory that the office was actually of the casino here. Perhaps the question is already closer to the removable one than usually recruits. So yes, if it is with Rome, no for in 90% of cases we can ensue so and even so fact operators, then the questions and it will end like this. What if someone has questions? Don't stay too long. I will try to get there quickly. This other Kopiesk, so fear is bad, and yes, and no, 90% of cases before honest. If you know how to walk as a rough, if you know, if you have worked before, did the Shemtics, you went all this and the over in the kitchen and you have a risotto recipe. What do you have? You don't have repetition, and you know to we buy traffic, and if at least you watched our video on how to walk with you to understand what it is. Payback repeats as in general, encourage people to repeat deposits, then it is not bad in all over cases. It is more likely just because together this history then everywhere one deposits forget about gut traffic that won't pay off the prospect of eternity. Unfortunately, BK is not a charitable organization, and such the schedule is difficult to find there back in German. The offer are even smaller, but I think this career is not violent. But you can write to the manager. It will help you figure out what you can do. Replace with press cups. I will try to cut myself off now, just if a little, then the goal is almost certain to be laid down. You can record. We'll go further. Last question: what is the approximate amount chant test? But there is a stream decided to super. By the way, it would be a stream issue about people. Yes, why is it worth working at all? It is difficult to say what amount is needed in itself. What shade of uh, value if people who wish laundered for 30 bucks at once many times. I just keep going fly from people who can 25. There's nothing to go over about how select only these which will be exactly the easiest way to convert is probably by fines in the cart to make a similar, not just like that. These are the realities right now. Markets. Let's go further. What is the difference between advertising on south of the assessment and boiled to use, but also in fact it was covered somehow. Sinful to repeat something, of course, traditionally on earth use creatives that decided more to earning money, and then there are times already mostly in people there is money and everyone wants more of them. There is a certain amount of money in the text, but not mostly warm. Dude is happy cool with money or something small famous bank types. Here is his money. Yes, it's good and you have parity. He says that all this he raised on vegetative advertising. Tech Dory chapter region. Let's immediately put for Walker the ability to bury a good one is not separate. He's got it all to himself. If you long walk on the steep and you will have gradually if long walk on itself and in your own will not be duke or will meet you halfway. If you can to the station pay attention you and there find your video using the diagrams on the YouTube. Given YouTube is really enough provide is you turned out and what you get access to the cutest the manager of Omsk can send me a parcel B30 to watch go further earlier. The finance services for the interior and the goods on its we see what problems can I face and the difference doesn't matter. It's tips to bumps feel read our if we have good videos about how typical there are questions hit of the CBD stained glass what affects there a lot of things and what is it about you paid goal, but mostly the big difference is if the trick is in what if a person has to be a friend he should at least delve into just this in the subject and we just understand what it is for what this is what kind of kitchen we have from the case so we can read at least even which may not be touched then conditional, but it's like a library. Drinking memory from you definitely won't be missed. Wrote on the in the case of citizen. This is all this means. If you have an account and apps, let's give and here already simply if H would freeze manager of our company before I'm suing. I want to believe that our rates, if you get a good opera, you can fill it up. There is no special method for this mysterious from it. Just need to shake down, be afraid of the Germans. Don't G50 for lessons on YouTube. Ajax, you know that here are these lessons. Here they are just in the maximum. Show how to really paces the drain in Saint Balter. Now we recently fully knows. Yes, also especially of special interest to you causes the thirst to of the lessons they decided to fluorine because who are the creatives and how feel in it all in a row on the third lesson with flutter and she is even so on the third a lesson like this will be shocked at everything questions went further 105 combination. Is it possible to start well and successful with rune of rivals if glare can be relied on with a smaller almost? Actually, I think the ideal element from C is generally considered as something on the text already, even as something aberration specialist amount one conversion how much for the amount of one conversion and it turns out 140 I mean 140 bucks for you need to clear. Okay, let it be 240. So a couple of loops there you can see a couple of cents for 10 bucks. You can understand plus a traitor without knowing. You can understand plus a traitor without knowing. I don't know how many times I didn't shoot it down. I think much less is possible if you just under this circumstances more thoroughly an alternative response can be used successfully. Start there you can go. So guys, be careful that up to one and you can follow it yourself. For any day you can do that is great. Sajiv Tovarki people gathered. There is a drink to drink 5 bullets thick. You have the drone drained 4,500 and the last 500 camp bundle. That is it necessary. It would be easy to understand. Gin stained glass would not be so interesting. The power to make sense. Individuals Yes, most likely a dark forest. The theat makes sense. You need to be able to see it. This topic was recently revealed on the stream. I don't remember the name of seriously uh, severity of cloud cover use of Werners. You can watch it there. Artem told me took a little bit of what the ad is stop thick channel. Should I stop thick ones clink and that is there is not so much there. Our manager have 7 minutes clipping from South Africa, maybe a mess, but actually the point is who he is to work with. Artyom said about this. We are not yet so how I wanted to, but the barges is ready with I have already taught you guys to fill it up gently. They are just waiting. What is if the cease is already? How long has it been there anyway? The same as it was taking juice, no dams. One or likes, I'm sure, very voluminous myself, you and will sit just objectively and now this is a good star hand here market so that if suddenly someone I have learned then among you and can merge it well. So thank you guys for watching and listening and goodbye. Have a nice day.